The way we dress, the way we are clean or not, the food that we eat, the smell that comes out of us, this is all mitzvot or averot deoraita. When is the last time you thought that before you eat something, it would either make a mitzvah or an avera in your life? Since when? How many religious people, before they eat raw garlic, they think that's going to create a huge chilul Hashem when I go out from the house? How many? That's very healthy. מצווה, ועד התורה say, ונשמרתם מאוד לנפשותיכם. מצווה, 5 in the morning, before he comes to the slichot, whole clove of garlic, he finish it, chopped it like this, eat it. 3 weeks, everyone around him suffer. And he doesn't think. He wants to be healthy, and everybody else has to suffer around him. That's Chilul Hashem. You know what an Avera is Chilul Hashem? People don't understand. If people would know what Chilul Hashem is, they'll never come near it. Once in their life, they wouldn't care about health. Health is important, but Hashem has the top switch. You can jog all your life. Eat organic only. Eat very, very special vitamins, important, made in I don't know where. In the end, if Hashem doesn't want you to live, the switch is off. If a person does not eat, gain weight, doesn't care about his health, smoke non-stop, if Hashem wants, he make it to 100, ma. We didn't see cases like this. It's important to watch your health. Of course, it's mitzvah from the Torah. Huh?
Smoking is avera.
Smoking is avera, 100%. But the point is, what I'm saying to you is, there's one avera and there's one avera. There's avera, you didn't watch your health 100%. No, it's fine. It's not good. But to create a disgrace that people think, look at these Jews, look at this religious guy, every day comes to work, we all have to suffer. That's a much bigger sin. It's a very, very big sin. But not only that, people who don't take showers, did they think that they have to ask mechila from all the people around them? You're in the office for 5 years. Some people don't like to take showers, they're lazy. They don't take showers, they grease, you can cook omelette from the oil that drips from their head. You don't need oil. They go like this to the pot, and that's enough. Why? They don't ever clean their head. Greasy, oily, all kinds of things. And the goyim, which they're very aesthetic now, especially in this generation, constantly they hear about these things. They go home and they talk, and Hashem is crying. Look what a bad reputation my children made to me. Now you may say to me, but 2,000 years ago it wasn't like that. People didn't care about these things. Aesthetic and this. This is something that our rotten society invented. I have to go by the law of these rotten people. I do what's right. The answer is, it's not working like this. They ask Rav Eliashiv, which one is a bigger avera? To drive a truck that delivers secular newspaper to the stores, you're just the driver. You don't touch the newspaper. People in the back, they throw the newspapers to the stores. You're only the driver with your yarmulke and your beard. Or to drive a truck that delivers pork. The Russians that came to Israel, they opened hundreds of pork stores. So they're looking for a driver. You are a Baal Tshuva with a beard and yarmulke. You only drive the truck. You don't even go back. You don't touch the pork, nothing. There's a big sign, a pig like this, all over the truck. And these Russians goyim, they throw the chazir to the stores, and you're only driving. Technically, which one is a bigger sin? To drive secular newspapers or to drive pork?
Pork.
Which one is a bigger sin according to the Torah? What caused a bigger damage? Secular newspapers or pork? The answer, secular newspaper cause a damage that is 1,000,000 times bigger than pork. Not that it's bigger, 1,000,000 times bigger. It's all nudity, lashon hara, kfira in Hashem, all kinds of bad things, destroying the life of people, publishing private information, destroying family, causing fights between people, disrespect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What? You compare this to that? This is only one sin from the Torah. Isur, one sin. Eating non-kosher, one. The secular newspaper may have 1,000,000 sins in it. In one time that you read it, one time, There could be millions of sins over there. Because you go, you tell your wife, and she tells the neighbor, and everybody talks about it, and that one person that they wrote about in this week destroyed his life. For the next 20 years, people remember the lies in the article about him. And even if it was true, who's to say that you have permission to publish the truth about a person? You want people to write the secrets in your life in a newspaper for every person in the street to point at you? So that's obviously a much bigger crime. But Rav Eliashiv told him, but the people in Israel are ignorant. They do not know that the secular newspaper is a much bigger crime than pork. All of them think pork is much worse because they themselves don't want to eat pork, most of them. Secular newspaper, not one of them knows it's a sin. They don't think it's a sin. But pork, even the most secular Jew knows pork is against the Torah. That's why driving pork is a bigger Chilul Hashem. Same thing over here. Maybe the Torah doesn't care if you clean 100%, like the Goyim expect you to be. But the fact that it will create enough reason for them to speak against us and constantly to talk about it and make fun at us, that's something that HaKadosh Baruch Hu cannot stand. You have to live according to the... It's not against the Torah to be clean. If the Goyim make fun that you have long beards, who cares about them? We do what Hashem wants us to do. We care what they think. But if it's something that doesn't contradict the Torah and you can avoid it, then it becomes an obligation. That's called Chilul Hashem that people don't pay attention to. Chilul Hashem that people do not pay attention to. So the rule is very clear. If by doing a good mitzvah or something good, in their eyes it may be Chilul Hashem, we don't care. Why? Hashem told us to do it. He knew He may create in their eyes Chilul Hashem. We don't care. But if what we do is wrong, and it causes Chilul Hashem, that's a very serious problem. The Rambam writes in Ilchot Shuvah, all the sins can be forgiven by doing tshuva, by regretting it, being ashamed, except not to do it again. Yom Kippur, suffering, all the above does not erase Chilul Hashem. Erase everything. Suffering still does not erase Chilul Hashem. Only the day of death erase Chilul Hashem. What do you see from that? That making the name of Hashem disgraced in the eyes of the public, even secular Jews, even to religious Jews, it could become Chilul Hashem. Because some people makpid on nikayon. That's why we have to do laundry to the clothes. Even if you take showers every day, if the clothes are full of sweat, and when the sweat dries, it smells very bad, person must make sure that his clothes always smell good. And this is very important. So this is things that a person does not even pay attention to. The mouth, sometimes a person has bacteria. It's not his fault. He brushes his teeth. What? He brush. He doesn't eat bad food. He's makpid not to touch garlic, onion, all kinds of spices, and he brushes his teeth twice a day. What else can he do? The answer, he has to get treatment. It's bacteria in the mouth that makes everyone in a room suffer. This is a thing that you don't hear anywhere. I have to know this is averot from the Torah. It's worse to smell bad in a room that people smell and they cannot breathe near you or when you talk to them than to actually eat pork. Because pork is one isur d'oraita and Chilul Hashem is a much, much bigger sin and many people don't pay attention to it. And that's mitzvah. Remember this. If for that alone you came here tonight, it's worth it. It's worth it. And that's why we have to raise the children in this way. To teach them they must take showers, never to give up. Summer even twice a day, depend how humid and hot it is, yeah.
Isn't it a bigger Chilul Hashem to do Averah that Hashem commanded than to do a society's negative thing?
Chilul Hashem means to make the name of Hashem and the Torah lower in the eyes of the public. That's called Chilul Hashem. Make the Torah like chol, not holy, in their eyes.
In public, let's say, he's showing that he doesn't care what Hashem wrote.
Speaking Lashon Hara in public is a very big Chilul Hashem. Just like smelling bad. Same thing.
Probably worse.
Yeah, it's also bad. Speaking Lashon Hara. Of course, if you speak and you mention names, and this person, you're not allowed to speak Lashon Hara about him. Some people, by the way, you're allowed to speak Lashon Hara about him. You have to learn who yes and who's not. Better not to speak about anyone, because it becomes a habit. But there's laws.
who you allow to speak for
Apikorsim, Sonei Hashem, people who fight against the Torah, people who fight against the yeshivot. In general, every Rasha Apikors, you're allowed to speak Lashon Hara about him. The problem that today we don't know who is really Rasha and who is a Tinok Shenishba. Maybe he grew up in a kibbutz, he has no idea, or in Siberia, or who knows where. His levels in Judaism is very, very low, so he has no idea even what to do, what not to do. Better not to get into it. The Gemara in Masechet Shabbat, page 140. This is the source. Rav Chisda was teaching his daughters manners. And one thing he told them, not to eat vegetables at night because it caused the mouth to smell. The biggest rabbi, Chaim Metim, all the Torah he knows by heart. What did he do? Sitting with his daughter, teaching them derech eretz, how to behave. So from here we see that it's a sin to smell bad. Why does he care to make his daughter learn what to eat, what not to eat? Because it's very important that a person makes sure always to be nice and neat and smells good, and definitely not to smell bad. More things is